get it started. Again, this is King Vader.
So I'm going to start light. So hi, I'm Duchess.
Hi.
I am doing press on behalf of Soul City.
Yeah.
My first question for you, I know you were talking about DreamCon, like this being a crazy DreamCon. Can you tell us a little bit more about your craziest DreamCon experience? You've been here from the jump, so I'm sure you've experienced a lot. But what's been your craziest DreamCon experience?
I think ultimately it's always like the love that. Sorry about that. It's ultimately the love that DreamCon shows me. You feel me? Like I feel like whenever I walk through the halls or I'm on the stage and we get to show something here. I feel like those are some of the craziest experiences. I mean, actually, something super crazy just happened this DreamCon. So this DreamCon is like a collaboration with YouTube, which is like super big. That's huge, right? So I'm at the YouTube lounge, talking to one of like the heads of YouTube, and I'm just in there doing like a Q&A. It feels normal. It's a normal day, and then they're like, yeah, so we know like one of your viral videos is like giving a gift. So we at YouTube want to give a gift to you. And I'm like, a gift to me? I'm like, do you guys know how that video ends? But anyways, they walk up the gift, and it's a big YouTube box. And I'm like, what could that be? And then I open it up, and it's my 1 million subscriber gold plaque that I haven't got yet. And to have like YouTube and DreamCon like do that together for me was like super special. So I almost got emotional on stage. I was like, damn. I'm like, hold it in, hold it in. So yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, my name is Cleveland from Citrus Rap. My question for you is, well, you just got done working with Will Smith alongside with Martin Lawrence, Cleo Thomas, and other content creators. What was it like working with them? Did they give you any advice? And yeah.
It was amazing. Those are like some of my heroes. You feel me? Like I've looked up to Will since like I was like 13, 14, like watching his videos, watching his movies, of course, and listening to his motivational speaking. So meeting him in person was like, I don't know, it was just so surreal because he is definitely one of those like, he's exactly how you expected him to be. Same with Martin. It's like these are like two like legends, and they make sure everyone in the room feels comfy and calm and warm. And I don't know, I feel like to me when I was there, it was really about getting the job done, making sure like I did this in the most professional way possible, even though inside I'm screaming and freaking out, But on the outside, I'm like, action and stuff like that. But ultimately, it just was more of like a confirmation that I am on the right path, and this is exactly where I was meant to be, and I should keep pushing forward because there's so many things in this path and in this life that might make you feel like you're derailed or, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but that was like a confirmation, like keep going. So ultimately, it was more for like a validation, a self-validation, and they provided that, so yeah.
And how did that come about?
I mean, ultimately, I feel like it was just like a fruits of the labor type of situation, like it started off with like the call from Sony, like to go to the trailer, to just view like a Bad Boys trailer, and I was like, okay, this is cool, like let's do it, We didn't even know like Will and Martin was going to be here, and they pulled through. And they're talking at the trailer and they're introduced in the trailer, and then afterwards there's like a photo op. So now like heart's pounding because I'm like, damn, like I get to take a picture with them. Like I didn't expect that. So I'm waiting in the line, and I'm like going in my head about all the things I should say or maybe the things I shouldn't say. And I blink my eyes, and now I'm second in line. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go up there. So I go up there. Of course, I walk up to them and I just ramble. I'm yapping. You feel me? I'm saying all the things that like. I'm pouring out my heart because it's like these are like, my heroes. Right. So ultimately, we take the picture. I walk away. I'm in my head like, damn, I think I messed that up, Next thing I know, I get the call from WriterBoy. He's like, hey, Sony just contacted us. You know what I'm saying? They loved you, and they want to work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And Ryder, he had this whole thing set up for me where, go ahead, explain it.
Literally, so initially, when he went to the Bad Boys premiere, my first thought process was King Vader, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. That's a collaboration that I want to happen.
Yep.
I want to make that happen. I'm not gonna lie, because I want to be very honest with you guys. It's not always yeses every time.
Yeah.
The first time I asked or requested for this to be a moment, it was a no. And then I guess being at that premiere and everything like that, one of Will's team knew who Vader was. And so the first no was 2 weeks before the yes. 2 weeks later, I get a call and they're like, hey, we actually want to revisit this. Would King Vader want to shoot with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence? I called one of my partners, Irv, and I told him to record Vader because I'm about to call him and tell him what I've just been asked by Sony.
And this is when I'm at a completely different event. So I'm like,
That was with Disney?
yeah,
That was with
I was
Disney.
I was working with Disney at the time, so like my mind was like focused on this, and then my boy Irv, he's recording me, and I'm like, okay, well that's weird, and then I'm like, okay, I got a phone call, it's Ryder, so like what's going on, and then he gives me the news, and I literally freak out on camera, and it became a reality. So yeah,
That's amazing.
thank you.
It's one thing to talk about it. It's another to be in the presence of it.
Hmm.
That's so fire.
Yeah,
So amazing.
Hey guys, big fans, both of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always growing up, I feel like it's a typical question. Like, we've all like been like, black nerds, and there's a lot of like controversy we've had growing up. I feel like a good question I like to ask people is like, what do you feel like is the biggest like hurdle or struggle that you felt like you had to overcome in order to get into the point that you are now? Like, was there like any moment that you felt like you kind of got over the hill, or was there something that really felt like was like blocking your path, and then you kind of felt like the weight off your shoulders at a moment?
yeah. So I feel like in the beginning of the journey, the biggest problem and issue for me was the self-belief factor. I feel like a lot of problems that a lot of us have in the beginning is we're actually standing in our own way. You feel me? And it's like, we want the support from the friends and the family and, the close ones, but sometimes like ultimately that's not there in the beginning. It's not because they don't love or they don't want to support, but sometimes it's like you have to show them what you're actually talking about to make them believe in it. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to believe in yourself first.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you want people to believe in something, you have to be the first. So ultimately, self-belief in the beginning was a huge like hurdle, but watching things like Naruto, you feel me, inspired the flame in me, and I was like, damn, like if he can do it, if he can chase after his goals, if he can proclaim this big goal, then why can't I, So after that, I just kind of started to believe like I could do this, and then when you have like that one person, when you have that first person to believe in you, that's really when things get like kicked off. So I feel like ultimately, you got to keep pushing on to this path until just one person believes in you. And then it's just a snowball effect. So when you find that one person, cherish them and keep going. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
What would you say?
You know why we're so like this? Because we have the same mind.
Yeah.
We have the same mind. I was going to say the same thing. And to this day, it is, for me, I'm always my biggest, hurdle to get over. Time and time again, reinventing myself and just going on to the different steps in life. It's always me. It's nothing else but me. It's me in my mind. It's me in my head. And it's me fighting me to get to the better version of me. And you said something else about people not believing or seeing who you are or who you see. That's true. They can't see what's inside of your head.
Yeah.
So it's until you bring it into the reality that they'll then see. Because my family didn't see me either. They didn't see either one of us.
Like, just a small little story. We, young filmmakers of the family,
Yeah.
every cookout, we're literally like damn near begging everyone to come
sit
into
down.
the living room,
Yes.
sit down for a couple seconds and just watch this project we worked hard on. And then, like, over the years, it transitioned to when we go in, like, hey nephew, like, what's the new project? Like, y'all gotta show us something.
Yes.
And,
Fly me out. I want to go to the premiere.
they have no idea how good that feels. Like, it's like, you guys want to, like, that's crazy.
Yes, yes.
I remember.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
I actually have a question for both of y'all. I know with me growing up, I was always had that one saying or motivational quote that someone's always gave me that kind of just keep me going sometime. I had like a quote, it's a song me and my brother did. It was that no stress, everything's gonna be fine. Do y'all have something that just when y'all get down, you have something that kind of gets y'all going, something y'all say in y'all head, or something y'all look at?
Um, like I said, I got a lot of motivation from like Naruto, Will Smith, and like I have a lot of different people I listen to. Something that really stuck with me with Will Smith is he said that those who say they can and those who say they can't are both usually right. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes down to self belief. So if you say you can do something, it's ultimately up to you to make it happen. But you saying it is kind of like already halfway. You're already halfway there. So I feel like ultimately, you're going to get down, but knowing that it's up to you and you can like bring yourself out of that darkness or that storm with your words. You know what I'm saying? Like you speak things into existence all the time. So it's like, to me, that's really what keeps me, going.
So dope. For me, there's one thing I always repeat, especially in like times where I fall short. I always say nothing just happens. Nothing just happens because it doesn't, and my destiny is guaranteed. So if this fell short in this moment, it's okay because nothing just happens. I'm going to get to where I'm going regardless. There's nothing that can stop me, not even me.
Yeah.
My destiny is certified. When I got that note from Sony, nothing just happens. 2 weeks later, I got my yes. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, but nothing just happens for me. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Of course.
How you doing? This is Moo. Moo like the cow, but anyway.
Okay, what's up, Moo?
How you doing? What is your big why that can help you push past self-doubt and self-belief when you are in those times? What's your big why?
I mean, I think, I think there's a lot of things. For me, it's kind of like, it's a realization that like I today can see the difference in who I was, like 10 years, 5 years back, right? It's like, I'm kind of pushing not only for like the future version of me, but also like the younger version of me, like the kid who, was still trying to figure out like self-belief and things of that nature. Like I fight to make him proud. Like, do you see how far like we got? Like, bro, like it was just an idea. It was just a thought. It was just a what if, and now we're actually doing the things we said we were going to do. So ultimately, it's like to make that inner child like proud, and for the family, you feel me, for my supporters, you know what I'm saying, God did, of course, and to continue to like prove the haters wrong. Ultimately, it's never like they're the focus, but it's like there are a lot of the non-believers, the people who are negative, and ultimately it's like I don't want to just say things. I like to put the actions behind the words to prove those people wrong. So
Absolutely. Yeah. For me, my why is I'm not done yet. Like I have purpose. I want to change lives with my films, with creating, and with who I am as a man, as a human being. I genuinely, I want to change. I want people to be affected when I leave this earth. I want that, and I'm not done with that yet. Although I see my presence has done so much for certain people. I still got so much to do in a little bit of time. So that's my why.
yes, sir.
That's my why.
What are some like stories that you guys are looking forward to telling in the future, or like is there a story that you really want to tell that you just haven't created just yet?
I mean, I feel like as filmmakers and creatives, we literally have so many ideas. You feel me? And it ultimately comes down to like when and like like when's the right time to tell these stories.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I have like ideas, like huge ideas in the future. Like one of my favorite films is Inception, and like a goal as a filmmaker is like I want to make a movie as good as Inception one day. But that's gonna take some work. You feel me? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different stories and perspectives that I want to tell.
Same. I think that, and in full transparency, we're already working on them, working on creating the next films for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years of our career. We're developing already. Full transparency, I have films that are coming out next year. I have films that I know is going to be my Nobel Peace Prize. Like, I want everything.
Our babies, the ones
Yes.
that we know, like okay, when we're on, now it's like now we can make the one we really want to make.
Absolutely.
You feel me? But we're gonna touch a bunch of genres.
Yes.
I want to do the action comedies, the sci-fis. I want to
Yes.
do horror, of course, the comedies. I don't know if I'm gonna do romance. You feel me? I don't know if I'm gonna do romance. You feel me? But like horror. Like I didn't think I'd ever like be into like the scary and to the suspense, but through like doing like skits and Don't Disrespect Halloween, I actually found a love for like the horror killers and the genres and of scary and all that. So yeah.
And with you put out a combination of a Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
How was it having that synchronization with the music?
Yeah.
And also knowing the importance of sound design and also how music can be a energy to push emotion.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it's like music has been like a huge part of like the push into like my creative, and like I don't even know where it came from. It's just like I'm a enjoyer of music, of all genres. I don't even just specifically like this or that. It's like I listen to everything. So it's like I hear something to my ear, a melody. I'm like, damn, like that's fire. You feel me? And ultimately, when you hear something that inspires you, you get these ideas, these visions, and you wanna create these. You wanna show people what you see, and I feel like music is going to be a huge part in like my directing, like moving forward, whether that's through the score or a sound design or whatever. It's always going to be a rhythm to like how I edit these things and create these things.
So we've been here all week or all weekend.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Kev on stage was here.
Yeah.
Would you consider collabing with him to like make a movie? He like, is it okay to like say it? Because he did tell it to a room full of press.
Yeah.
He said that he had like a good idea for like a zombie movie.
Yeah.
But from a perspective that the zombies are actually intelligent.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that they put on a
That's fire.
They put on an act, and it was like linked back to like how black people used to act back in the days, like in slavery times where they thought we were dumb, but like we weren't, but we had to put on the act.
Yeah.
So he was like, the zombies basically are like that. So he wanted to put on a film like that, but he said he was having trouble figuring out people to partner with. So
Yeah.
it's just not a question. It's just
Yeah.
y'all should link up and like
Yeah.
put that through.
No, Kev is, what I'm saying, he's amazing. You know what I'm
So
saying? A genuine, humble human being, amazing at what he does. And I mean, ultimately, we were already planning things, to work with Kev. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to ruin any surprises, but, yeah.
It's already in the works.
Things are in the works, so yeah.
Hi, yes, Duchess again. I have a question for both of you. This is a question that I've asked before to other creators, other people in this space, but especially as males, especially as black males in this space, I want to get an understanding and hear you guys' take on mental health and what it looks like in this space, in your role.
Mental health is definitely a serious topic, because it's like, it's about finding like your balance with all of this. I feel like when we started creating, there was never like a guide of how to do this or what the different pressures were going to be like, or like being viewed by millions of people. Like not all of those people are going to be nice. You feel me?
Yes.
And it's like, how do you take in all this but keep things positive? You feel me? And I feel like it's about having like a strong like base and foundation around you, to keep you grounded in these situations, because it's easy to get like lost in all of it, and I feel like, having these conversations with like your loved ones and people who are closest to you who kind of have an understanding. You have to let people in, you feel me? So I feel like the biggest thing for mental health in this space is to communicate and to talk, especially like to people you feel comfy with, the people you trust. I feel like ultimately a lot of people try to keep things boiled up inside, and you build up, and then eventually you're gonna crash because it's like you're carrying the world on your shoulders, and it's
Pointed
like,
to me when you said that. What's all that about?
we do this, what I'm saying, in a sense, but ultimately it's because like we both have a lot of pressures, and we have families, and we have big dreams, and we wake up every day with the ambition to chase these dreams, but it's like it takes strong mentality to wake up with this drive and push every single day. So
Absolutely.
I feel like communication for me is like how I get through it and maneuver.
Yeah, I definitely agree with him. And one thing that he touched on is like the circle that we have. We have a very strong foundation, a strong circle. We didn't come to Hollywood with nothing. We came to Hollywood with family.
Yeah.
And genuinely, Like, this man has seen me tear up, cry, panic attack, like everything, and we go through things together. Because especially for me, like when I wake up, I got 15 calls, I got meetings, I have this, I have that to structure our foundation as I'm building our empire.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this since I was 18, 19 years old.
And he's amazing at it.
Thank you. Yeah. And it's just about having that foundation and that circle that listens when you speak. And I'm thankful that I have that, although I complain a lot. I'm thankful that I have that. I have family that genuinely cares about my well-being. Yeah. And it's not just, And then the other thing, too, is making sure that you make sure that your peace and your mind is a priority. Like your mental is a priority. Yeah. Taking time out of the day, whether it's meditation, whether it's going on a walk. I go and walk with God daily. I go and walk with Him daily. Yeah. Because this life can be amazing, but it's also very fast paced. It's also like we're going immediately. When we wake up, we go. When we go to sleep, we're thinking about what we're doing tomorrow. Like we have. I got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep for the last week and a half before I got here because I'm on production. Yeah. And then when I go back, then we're figuring out more production. Like this is my life. And although I would never I never change it for the world. Yeah. But making sure that your mental health is a priority, I definitely do that. Yeah. Because it's necessary.
And also, like, plan vacations because, with us, it's like, if it's up to us, we're not going to take a vacation.
Absolutely not.
We'll just push through an entire year of just work. But ultimately, I feel like a lot of creators, because we move so fast, we don't think about how important taking a step away and breathing is. Because it's like, you're no longer working the 9 to 5. It's a 24/7 now. It's like it's up to you how you make this happen. It's one of the biggest like hustles there is.
Yeah, and in this industry, this is not nothing is guaranteed. This is the wild. You only eat what you catch. And so that's been our mentality for so many years. Like we have to go, we have to work, we have to do. But now we're in a position to be able to say, well, hold on, we don't have to do this month. We don't have to do that. Like let's take a break. Let's take a breath. Vader has been working with me to do that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think we just need to get a sound bite for DreamCon.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ultimately, DreamCon is always amazing. I've been here since DreamCon 1, and I'm going to be here at DreamCon 10. You feel me? Like, DreamCon feels like, it feels like family. It feels like a big, like, hug, and I truly appreciate, like, everyone at DreamCon, the supporters, the staff, my creative friends, like, everyone, it feels like love here. And I feel like, as long as it feels that way, we're always going to be here. So, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, DreamCon. DreamCon 2024, turn up. It's been amazing. It's been great. Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Great questions, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.